Welcome back to another episode of the From Half Court Sports Talk Show with Darren and Rob. I'm Darren. I'm sorry. That's Darren. And I'm Rob.
Yes,
Today we're
sir.
going to be covering the Minnesota Vikings from the NFC North. Do we have anything to say about the Vikings before we get into it?
Um, Speaking of their last year's season, and Mike Zimmer's run in general, with the team, I think was good. I think they just were switching their philosophy midway of his reign, or maybe towards the end of his reign, towards our offensive philosophy. Um, and didn't really help the defense at all. And I think that's what fired him because he's a defensive guy, or got him fired because he's a defensive guy, and it just wasn't paying off on that side. And then offensively, a couple of injuries happened. That's pretty much where you hang that up. Uh, but I think they're a very talented offense. That being said, from last year to this year, and what they've been building.
I think the Vikings are, on paper, are a really good football team. I'm not sure if it's going to translate right away this year. Um, I really like their backup quarterback, Kellen Mond. I've heard a lot of great things about him. I'm not saying that he's going to take over at any point this year, but I do see here a lot of Minnesota Vikings fans. I think I don't want to say this is a prove it season for Kirk Cousins because I think we know what Kirk Cousins is as a quarterback, but I think Minnesota Vikings fans are ready for something different.
I disagree with that. I mean, maybe I disagree with that. I don't know. I think Kirk Cousins is doing his thing now with the Vikings.
Doing his thing. I don't know if he's doing his thing.
But Justin Jefferson is a great receiver who's throwing him the ball. It's not
Kirk
Kellen
Cousins,
Mond.
he's not consistent though. Kirk
Consistent
Cousins
what?
misses a lot of throws.
Kirk Cousins makes some of the best throws out, like some passes. I was like, yeah, you can't make it. You can't make a pass better than that.
Yeah, but then he also misses a lot of throws. The best thing I heard about Kirk Cousins, which summed him up for me, is that
Here
he's
we go.
Applebee's. You
I
know
don't
what
like
he
Apple.
is. He's consistent. He can be good, but you know what it is. It's microwave food that's kind of expensive.
That's fucked up. Definitely expensive, but nah, that's fucked up. Um, I just disagree with you. I think Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. I think yes, they need to upgrade to a better quarterback, but that's not really gonna happen because of how they're built. They're not really built to lose a lot of games. So that being said, they're either gonna have to figure out somebody in free agency or trade up to get somebody. That being said, that wouldn't be a bad thing because they have every single piece. They have Dalvin Cook, they have Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, and Irv Smith. All those pieces together make a very good offense.
I agree. I like their offensive philosophy last year. Run the ball, play action, get Justin Jefferson on one-on-ones deep downfield. He usually wins that because you're forcing the defense up to stop Dalvin Cook because you run the ball so often. He's so dominant. My question is their new coach going to keep with that same philosophy, or is he going to change it up a little bit? What's going to be different?
I think
I've
he
been
up.
hearing this offseason that it's going to be a lot more air raid, a lot more throwing the ball, a lot more targets downfield. So I think we're really going to find out if Kirk Cousins is going to be here or not this year. I don't think this is a prove it year for Kirk Cousins to the fans and to football fans, but it might be a prove it year for Kirk Cousins to this new head coach and see if this new head coach wants to move on from him or not and try to go quote unquote get his guy. Because if
I
I'm
mean,
correct, Kirk Cousins signed like a 1 year, $35 million deal. Was that him?
think 37, 38, but yeah.
Yeah. So that's giving him a big money saying, hey, we want to keep you. We really don't have any other options at quarterback. You're our best option right now. But if you don't get it done this year, we're going to move on from you.
And nothing's wrong with that personally. Nothing's wrong with that at all. I think if he doesn't get it done, you're absolutely justified to move on from him because he has the pieces offensively. You get an offensive head coach that just won the Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator. So we saw what he did with Cooper Cup. So I don't know if that's going to be Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, or KJ Osborne. We just know people are going to get targets on this offense, and they're going to run the ball. Defensively, though, is they're still their biggest weakness. I think that was their biggest problem last year too.
I
I
felt
like to
like their
pick up.
linebackers were hurt all year too.
They were,
That's what they're good at. They're linebackers.
yeah, but you know, yeah. Truthfully, yeah, that's all I could say. Ultimately, though, what I will say is the linebackers now healthy. If Hunter's healthy, Kendricks is healthy, Zadarius Smith is going to be a beast for like that's two pass rushers that we're just not talking about on the same team, but we should definitely be talking about. That's going to give hell to the greats, even Aaron Rodgers, to be real. To be honest with you, but it's still depending on their back half because it's a passing league, and much as I like Harrison Smith, I think he's more of a thumper than an actual cover guy. Patrick Peterson is getting a little bit older, and yeah,
I feel I feel like Patrick Peterson. I think he got hurt last year at some point. I feel like Patrick Peterson was showing his age last year, and that's a big reason Arizona moved away from him. I don't remember if they traded him or he left in free agency,
he left the free agency.
but I feel like that's why Arizona moved on from him. Um, they're gonna have to draft a corner soon. They're gonna have to draft a corner within the next 2 years because I don't see Patrick Peterson playing
I mean, if we could
that
look at
much
their draft
longer.
picks, can we look at their draft picks real quick? But like, why you getting that up? I'm really am surprised that their linebacker core is that good. That being said, that should tell you the Bears that they should be doing it the right way and also have offensive pieces, right? Because this is a crazy good linebacker core too, I would say. Um, so this is their draft.
Yes.
So they picked up the back of the draft, back of the first round, excuse me, and they picked up Lewis Sign from Georgia, which is good. Honestly, really couldn't go wrong with too many of the players on that defense. On the Georgia defense, that was a historically good defense. You go get a corner, Andrew Booth. Uh, that's good, but these are two young guys on this defense. We're going to see what they're do, but they are championship pedigree guys. We can keep going. A guard, cool linebacker. So they went defensive more so. We can keep scrolling, but I'm pretty sure they went mainly defense. Yep, defense, defense. Keep going. Running back, tackle. Pretty
So
much keeping with the mindset of what you said. Air raid, but also he knows the trenches is very important and more so when defense because that's what is his biggest weakness on his team. That being said, Minnesota had a lot of picks.
yeah, and like you said, they mostly focused on defense in their earlier rounds. They got a guard in the second round. But besides that, it was all defense in the early rounds and offensive. It looked like a bunch of offensive backups. Um, kind of what would you call them? Prove it players. Hopefully they look good in camp to make the team. Just add depth to the team, type deal because they already have a really pretty solid lineup. Because for them, their weapons from a weapons standpoint, at receiver and at running back, you know what they're going to get. So it's just a bunch
Yeah.
of guys to see if they can make the team or not. See if they're NFL ready.
Honestly, I don't question that most of these guys will make the team though. They all just come from really good schools. That's why I say that.
All right. Let's go ahead and look at their schedule for the upcoming year. All right. So they start the season out versus Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Minnesota to win this game.
Then they're at uh,
Whoa, whoa,
Philly
hold
on
on. You
ABC.
can't skip that. What do you got them doing?
Green Bay wins.
So we got them. I got them winning here. You got them losing.
Yes.
Wow, wow. They're at home, and you're what are you basing this in? If you don't mind me being honest, asking.
Um, I think I think the Vikings look better on paper than they actually will turn out being. I would be surprised if the Vikings make the playoffs this year. I think they're like a fringe 6 or 7 seed if they do.
Man, I can't say I disagree with you, but I'm just saying to start the season out. No Devontae Adams there, who got the lion's share of the targets. Only Aaron Jones, AJ, they're going to be against a really good linebacker core. See what I'm saying here?
Yeah, but that's still betting. Hopefully that those linebackers stay healthy. Yes, they didn't stay healthy
Game
last
one.
year. Darren, those niggas get injured like got injured quick as fuck last year too.
Game one.
Didn't
It's
they get
game
injured
one,
game
bro.
one last year?
Hunter probably got hurt in preseason, I think.
That's tough, man. I feel like that's the best part of their defense right now. And yes, they have two really good linebackers, but do they have a pass rush now? Since Jerry Smith is older, there's a reason the Packers moved on from him. We'll see.
But no Devontae Adams to help them score.
Um, yeah, but I feel like Aaron Rodgers can make do. I think Aaron Rodgers is that great of a quarterback. I
All
feel like
right.
he's in the same situation as Pat Mahomes.
All
We're
I'm gonna
betting on a
say that in
quarterback.
all I'm gonna say that in this is that he lost to Jameis Winston and the Saints on the road game last year. This is a divisional game. The road first game this year. That's all I'm saying.
Their next game is on ABC on Monday night versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Um, what you got?
I have the Vikings winning.
I'm gonna take the Vikings as well.
Then versus Detroit. I have the Vikings winning.
I got the Vikings winning as well.
Then versus New Orleans. I'm assuming this is a overseas game. I have the Vikings winning.
Uh, a good run game translates anywhere, I would say. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Vikings as well. But that's only because I think Alvin Kamara is still gonna be out at this point.
Versus Chicago. At home, I have the Vikings winning.
I have the Vikings winning as well.
At Miami versus the Dolphins, I have the uh, Vikings winning.
I'm going to take Miami in this game.
Versus the Cardinals after a week 7 bye versus the Cardinals. I have the Cardinals winning.
I'll take the Cardinals as well.
At Washington, um, I have the Vikings winning.
I have the Vikings winning that as well.
At Buffalo, I have Buffalo winning.
Yep, I have Buffalo winning as well.
Versus Dallas, I have the Vikings winning.
Yes, I have the Vikings winning that as well.
Versus New England, I have the Vikings winning.
I have the Vikings losing versus Thursday going up against Bill Belichick on a Thursday night. I have them losing.
Versus the Jets, I have the Vikings winning.
Sheesh. I'm actually going to take the Jets here.
At Detroit, I have Detroit winning.
I believe I have Detroit winning this as well.
Versus the Colts, I have the Colts winning.
I'm going to take Vikings because they're out. Well, actually, yeah, they're out.
Versus the Giants, I have the Giants winning.
That's very weird. I have the Vikings one. I don't know why you have the Giants winning right there. I want you to explain yourself.
Um, I think they're going to be beat up by this time of the year, man. I really do. If that's going to be offensively or defensively, I think their team is going to completely fall apart at the end of the season.
All right, man. I disagree, but okay.
At Green Bay, New Year's Day,
They'll lose.
I agree, and at Chicago to end the year,
They're going to beat Chicago.
I have Chicago winning.
Okay,
So
that's
just to
crazy.
rephrase what I was saying, I think the Minnesota either barely makes the playoffs or doesn't make the playoffs again. I think they're a fringe playoff team. They're going to be on the bowl.
And I think the Vikings is going to definitely be dependent on their head coach and what he brings to the table. But I think if he's learned under Sean McVay, he's going to be a good offensive coordinator. And they're still not going to make the playoffs, but be definitely a middle of the pack team like they were the year before.
All right. You got anything else to say about the Vikings?
Nope.
All right. Then I'd like to thank you guys again for watching another episode of the From Half Court Sports Talk Show with me and Darren. Darren and I. Make sure you guys let us know down below how you guys think how you guys think Kirk Cousins will do this year. Did they pay him too much money, or is it just 1 year deal just because they didn't have any other options? Let us know down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace, y'all.